Hey everybody, welcome back to my basement and all things Jeff. We're here at the 4x8 layout that was done 9 months ago. Yeah, it's been 9 months. So for this layout, I purchased a bunch of Menards things. I have 4 buildings and these train cars, 8 of them. So I had initial thoughts. I did a video, I never posted it. So tonight I'm going to show you my initial thoughts after I unpacked, and then I'm going to show you my current thoughts and what I like and what I don't like and how I've changed a few things and made them better, including these train cars. I've made the couplers so they are no longer functional, and I'll explain why and how I did it. So sit back, relax, like and subscribe, and let's get to it. Welcome back to another episode of All Things Jeff. Today's episode, we are going to unpack some Menards buildings and train cars that I bought. Now, we don't have a Menards within 5 or 6 hours of us. So I took a chance. We're going to try it out and see how we like it. So let's do the buildings first. So they come packaged pretty well. Okay. So it's the party bus. There's the M&M guys, girls. I like fun things. I'm not looking for realism. So all of these items can be plugged in. There's a plug right there on the back of the box, and there's one underneath. So you can come from the bottom of your platform. All right. So I've already unpacked the power. But this is how they come, a little cardboard box. Each power cord comes with that, a lot of wire, and 3 adapters. I think they also make a single adapter, but I have a lot of this stuff, so I went with the 3. So let's plug it in and see what happens. All right. So we get lights around the edge, lights on the inside, and then the claw goes up and down. And I think you put the little M&M guy in the claw. That's a good one. I like that. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, you saw me 9 months ago talking about my favorite thing, which is the party bus. Still my favorite thing. I have nothing negative to say about it. It works perfectly. It's quiet. It's still one of my favorites. It's just fun. All right, let's check out the next thing. Again, pretty good packing. Happy with that. Okay, nice little truck in the front. Looks like you can take it off with 2 screws. Again, power on the bottom and power on the back. Depends on how you want to power it. We always come from the bottom. I like it. Got a few little people on there. It's nice. Water only. I'm not sure what that means. I'll have to read the instructions on that. It says water only. All right, let's plug this one in and see what happens. All right, good lights. Caboose has red lights on the back. The little dog, I think his name is Jack. I like it. All right, just like I said 9 months ago, this little coffee shack, it's a great little item. The only negative I still have to say about it is a little too bright, as are all of the lights on the Menards buildings. But that's okay. That's okay, I can live with that. All right, let's check out the next thing. These little tabs that the platform tucks under. All right. So this is a nice little model. It's going to fit well in my mind. It's got, again, plug on the back if you want to plug it in from the back or the bottom. So let's go ahead and plug this one in and see what it does. There we go. Oh, that's not good. This came out of its holder. I think that's where it goes. Let's see what happens here. There it is. All right, that works pretty well. No lights, but that's okay. Everything doesn't have to light. That's nice. Two little people talking. It's quiet. All right, on to the pump jack. Now, this one, I liked it, but I didn't care for the quality. And I still don't. And I don't recommend buying it if they're all like this. So if you remember, the roof of the shed fell off. I glued that back on, not a big deal. This little bar right in the front kept coming out of this hole. And what I found is these front legs right here were glued in incorrectly. So the whole pump jack is twisted. If you look, this pump jack is crooked. It does not go up and down in line with this pipe, which is the problem. Now, is this a one-of-a-kind problem? I don't know, but check it out. Make sure before you buy it off the shelf, if you're there, that it works. I do still love how quiet it is. That I do like. All right, let's check out Sootys. Okay, there we go. All right, that's a nice looking little building. Jack the dog, a few people, has some bushes already added, which is nice. Sootys is what it's called. Huh? That's creative. All right, let's also plug this one in. There's a back plug in and there's a bottom plug in. And it's 4.5 volts. All right. Let's see what this one does. All right, got some lights, light up top. The wheel turns and there's some kind of pulley inside that turns. Makes a little bit of a squeaking sound. I think it's the rubber pulley going around the wheel. But again, I like it. It's nice. It's interesting seeing what I thought 9 months ago. But with the Sootys, I still think the same. The belt is extremely loud. So what I've done, I used some WD-40 and sprayed it on the interior of the belt where it goes over top of these pulleys. It quieted it way down, but this does wear off It really isn't a good lubricant. So maybe try some light oil, that might be better. I still think the lights are too bright, but overall, I think this is an absolutely fantastic little piece. I highly recommend that. Now I have a few cars here we got. Again, I like things that are fun. This is the box car that the lights flash on. I've heard some positive and some negatives, so we're gonna figure it out. It's got 2 different pickups, so it should be pretty consistent power. All right, plenty of numbers on the end. They're painted ladders, so they're not gonna break. But again, for the cost, I think this was $35. It's not crazy compared. There's a piece that fell off. It looks the same as this piece in here, but it goes on this end. I see a hole in there, so it looks like it just glues back in there. Again, for $25, you get what you pay for, right? I just saw this and it looked fun. Wrigley's Double Mint. Again, it's the exact same as the Rossie. Okay, exact same boxcar as the Double Mint and the Rossie the Riveter, just a different paint scheme. Yep, exactly the same. Oh, that moves on that one. I'm not sure what that is. I got to figure that out. Maybe I should read the instructions. All right, so that is it for our cars. I'm going to clean up a little bit of this mess and put them on the Pennsylvania train that we recently bought. Just take these cars off and see how they run. So sit tight, let's watch this. Okay, we fast forwarded through the opening, which is boring. Everybody's seen boxes opened. Essentially, there's 2 types of cars here. And I have them in the order that I opened them. I do like the tank car. They're very light, very wobbly, but they stay on the track. I have no complaints. The Starburst car here, it's an open hopper. It's okay. It likes to uncouple though. That's why I permanently closed the couplers. I had 3 or 4 cars that were doing that. The third car is this Chessie system with the flashing lights. I heard a lot of negative things about this. I have not had any problems. It's been a great car for me. So I have nothing negative to say. I like the car. All right, the Double Mint car. And I'm gonna show you some footage of this one. The Double Mint car, when it goes around a corner, something is happening with the wheels and I don't know, I can't figure it out. They're binding and the car jumps. It doesn't come off the track, it just jumps. So I'm not happy overall with the quality of these cars. As I said 9 months ago, they're $24 or $25. You get what you pay for. Would I buy them again? Probably yes. But I would do to the couplers what I've done to all of my couplers. So let me show you that now. Let me see if I can explain this easily. These box cars are both by Menards. They are identical except for the couplers. So on this Chessie system box car, the coupler has this little tab on the side that when it's pushed, it releases the coupler. On this M&M's car, the coupler has this large plate on the bottom that when it's lifted, it releases the coupler. Now, obviously there's a magnet in the track that pulls that down and releases it. I've been having problems with the cars disconnecting. I don't disconnect my cars for any reasons. I don't use uncoupling tracks. So my solution is to permanently close these couplers, which I've done to all these other ones. So if I press down on this tab, it's not doing anything. This coupler will never open again. So how I did that, I found this product. It's called JB Weld. It's super glue, but it has a light, a little infrared light that cures the glue in 10 seconds or less. So basically you unscrew the cap. What I did, I closed the coupler, and from the end, I put the glue. Go ahead and take the top off. And again, if I push down on this tab, it will unlock the coupler. So what I want to do is close it, push this tab up against the bottom of the coupler, and then I'm going to put some crazy glue. This isn't crazy glue, but down in there. Turn it over, turn the light on for 10 seconds. Let the light cure the glue. The longer you let it cure, the better it's going to work. I've done this on every other car except these two, and it has worked. All right, so if I push this little tab now, that coupler will not open, and it's permanently sealed. I basically just put crazy glue on the inner workings. All right, so that's my solution. It's a permanent one, so be careful, make sure you want to do that. All right, and that's it for that. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something. You take a chance when you buy things online. I like to go in the stores and touch, but I'm overall happy with what we have, and I'll probably buy a few more things. But at least now I know what to expect quality-wise. All right, so this is the last time you're going to see this layout in this condition. Tomorrow, we are starting the expansion. I have it laid out on the floor with some tape. I'm not sure if you can see the blue tape on the floor, but all of this comes off. The expansion goes that direction. It goes underneath the view. There's going to be at least 3 trains, possibly 4, with some mountains, and maybe going through the wall to the big layout. Hey, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to All Things Jeff. My brother Scott made this. Isn't it great? We'll see you in the next one.